Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play of Pokémon Sleep. I'm essentially playing Pokémon Sleep all over again in parallel with my primary account, which I've been playing every day for over a year. And the purpose of this Let's Play is to start anew and do all the best practices that I've learned in my primary account the past year and see what kind of collection we can make eventually by being free to play, which is an added difficulty layer here. So what's interesting today is yesterday I had some stupid luck with Suicune. I only intended to encounter it, not to catch it, because I've already started investing in the base Suicune. As a free-to-play, it kind of just makes sense. And so this video is interesting for the sheer reason that I may have done a mistake, and in not too long we'll see if that is the case or if I can be happy with having invested already in this base Suicune. Now, what does that mean? I have spent 2 main skill seeds on the base Suicune already as a free-to-play, which is a big gamble to an extent, but overall I do think it's going to be useful here on this account, because one of my primary early goals is to build a very strong water type team, and Suicune on Cyan Beach is one of the best Pokemon, so that's essentially the goal here. Now I'm a little bit nervous because yesterday I did find a hungry Suicune. I was only supposed to encounter it to get some of those resources, and it showed up hungry. I bought a Suicune biscuit and I fed 2 biscuits to it. And that means we have 6 points left or something like this. Or maybe 9 points. I don't remember what I did. I did something. We get to see. I have 2 accounts now, so I get confused. But yeah, a new Rattata sleep style. That is nice. Yesterday, I did hit a new sleep style dex goal on this account. And I was able to upgrade a cooking pot to 27. Although it's not enough. So I'm looking forward to the next research goal accomplishment so that I can further increase the cooking pot size. I won't be getting a cooking pot power up Pokemon on this free to play. It's strictly berry finders, and then I want a healer and maybe ultra late game. We'll have to see if I expand any. So this far we have a Charmeleon, Rattata, we have a Slowpoke, a Wooper, Ninetales. There should be a Suicune here somewhere too. We got a Flaffy, a new Bonsly, and the Suicune only has a chance of being 1 star, which is perfectly fine. Alright, there's the Bonsly. I haven't paid attention to what the next sleep style goal is. I think the prior goal was 70, so maybe it's 100 now or something. We just have to see after this session, so... Hey, a Persian too. Not because it's Persian, but because it's new. So yeah, Persian, F tier, don't get it. Don't spend money on it. It's not good Pokemon. Some of you guys actually have a berry finding. I think at least one of you guys have, because I feel like I've bashed Persian before, and then I got the in the comments, which is funny. So yeah, got this weekend too. I don't remember how many bars left, but if I remember correctly, I would have to buy a Poke Biscuit. No, what am I saying? A Suicune Biscuit, and use the Premium Biscuit to catch it. Decent chunk of mams. And then, yeah, I don't think there were any other Pokemon here that are my targets. So it's probably just all Suicune. You're gotta be kidding. How? How does this happen on the free-to-play account where I'm not supposed to find a single hungry Suicune? On my primary account, I've been running the Suicune incense, I've been running the friend incense, like just trying to get the hungries. And now here when I don't need it. Why? Like, this luck is so wasted. I don't get it. So none of these other Pokemon I will catch. The Rattata is a fairly low priority, to be honest with you. So I'm basically just going to use the bonus biscuit. It's a free Suicune. This got to be the game just telling me, hey man, why you put seeds into the base Suicune? I'm gonna hook you up. Man, if this Suicune is better than base Suicune, I'm gonna lose it. That is just how game. Just give me 2 hungry Suicune back to back. There's no event bonus making these Pokemon more hungry. I don't have a good camp ticket. That was not a friend instance, and it happened 2 days in a row. The luck in this account, I don't understand. Thankfully, it's server side, so I don't have to worry about that, but yo. And then yeah, there's nothing else here to catch. So it's basically just the hungry Suicune. This day is full of Suicune. My primary account, one of the best videos like in a month in terms of luck. Like that was crazy. If you didn't watch the primary account video today, you better check that out because I got a good Suicune number 2. So not like I have 2 good Suicune, but the second encounter, essentially the first random encounter of Suicune, like fully, was busted. So yeah, gonna send the Suicune candy to the friend list to feel good about myself. So yeah, 3,500. That's a huge boost to the research rank here. Almost 2 levels. That's crazy. And we'll continue to do that in the next couple of days too, hopefully. I'm just gonna buy all this Suicune incense. It's a quirky nature. That is neutral. So at the very least, it's not like outclassed by like being careful or something like that. Okay, what are we looking at? One of the sub skills are already unlocked. It's skill trigger M. Why? Inventory S, skill trigger S with a neutral nature. Whoa. And it's got the skill level up. Oh man, I messed up. Big time. That is so stupid. Can I like refund my seeds or something? No, mistakes were made. That is actually cracked. And it's a free to play. It's the second Suicune. Yo. That was a lot on the same day. 5 achievements? That's crazy. Okay, let's just like hop in the bag again and compare these 2 Suicune, because to an extent, I don't know if those 2 seeds that I already wasted on base Suicune can be recouped. And maybe what I need to do is to just hold on to the Suicune until eventually, potentially, trading becomes a thing. Maybe I can trade it for a Raikou with some of you in the nirtheart Discord or something. Yo, why? Why, game? This is so not cool. Look at this. Skill trigger M, skill trigger S, inventory. It's a good combo, gotta say. I mean, it's got sleep XP bonus. The skill trigger comes eventually. And the helping speed too is nice. Is it a big difference though? Let's hop into the expansion and really do a deep dive on this Suicune. I did not anticipate having to do this. This is a lot of necessary brain power. Because I can't go back on those 2 seats, I think. What do you guys think? With the sunk cost fallacy out the window, which Suicune would you personally go for? And I'm going to assume that I'm just going to teleport to level 50. That seems to be reasonable these days. Maybe I'll have 1,000 hours, something like this. It's not careful. It is quirky. And docile is basically the same. Oops. I was just going to put docile in here. So it's a neutral nature. Now, what does the skill trigger M really do for us? It's a big boost. That is a big boost. 3.54 is a big boost. And on top of that, I got skill trigger S coming through. It's 4%. Do have some inventory. This one is inventory S. So this was the second Suicune, the first random. How does it compare to base Suicune? So skill rate 4%, not bad. And then the other Suicune is Sleep EXP bonus. Skill level up S. Inventory Owl. Then it does have the helping speed and skill trigger coming in the troll level 100. How does it compare? I don't think I can put in the skill trigger. It just does not really reflect what this Suicune actually is, because level 50 is basically where it's going to be for the majority of this playthrough. I think it being free to play, I don't have the resources to really push it much further, I think. But oh man, that is crazy. Like, I did not expect to find a better Suicune, better yet catch another Suicune to begin with. Like, that was not the plan. I just happened to come across a hungry random Suicune on that one instance. And then it happened back to back. And then here we are. So what do? I think overall the Sleep EXP bonus is not bad. The early skill level up S is also not bad. Inventory L is really strong on these skill specialists. So overall, I would say base Suicune still is not like a bad Pokemon or anything. So it's just, I think the main issue here with this Suicune would be the seeds, because I mean, for a pay-to-win account, I think this would be preferable. I just don't know if that is the case with this free-to-play, because this one, basically, I could just now use one main skill seed and a sub-skill seed and have this at level 6. And that's a big boost. Like, the number differences here between these levels is massive. And I don't think I would spend 5 seeds on base Suicune. Well, I would have to do that anyway, but even Suicune. Tough choice for sure. Although, I don't think I'm going to switch now. I spent seeds on this one. Overall, I like the Sleep EXP bonus. I like the inventory. I like the skill level up S. It has speed and skill trigger eventually, which is a good combo. It's just super late. So yeah, now that I had a couple minutes to just like, it's like the double skill triggers. That was a big surprise. I do think that to an extent, I do prefer the base one. I think here, given that it's free to play, I don't like bathe in seeds or anything like this. So this would need 5 main skill seeds as opposed to 3 main skill seeds and a sub skill seed. Yeah. Wow. That was a surprising turn. This is one of the reasons why documenting this whole Let's Play is a unique experience, because, I mean, that was an interesting situation. I probably should not have used any of the main skill seeds, but just I did not anticipate at all that I would be having another Suicune, because the initial plan was to only use one instance, but then I realized just the math checks out on those cheap instance to where you might as well just use those and encounter Suicune. Take the experience and the candies and the mains. Yeah, let's sort here on berries. Yeah, these 2 Totodile are just gonna hang out. I expect to find a stronger Totodile sometime in the next 2 weeks, so I'm not really looking to put a lot of resources into these 2. They're just gonna do the daily experience and just hang out in there. The Pikachu here is likely going to be switched out in not too long. I expect I'm just going to follow this help me pick by berry value. And at that point, I do think the Pikachu, once I get just something, either the healer, I find the Igglybuff, or I find that just nice first berry finding Totodile, and then I continue hunting for that pristine berry finding Totodile. And Maybe eventually then I swap out one of the lesser berry finding Totodiles, just evolve it to Croconaw, switch out this Croconaw, something like this. And then yeah, we do have to have a conversation in this video too about the healer situation, because that is important. Overall, what I think I've settled on is I'm just going to keep on hunting. I want to give it another, let's say 17 encounters, or befriended actually, so that in total I have 20, and then essentially I have a 1 in 20 Igglybuff. I just choose one of them. And by doing naps on Cyan Beach the next 4 weeks or something, I do think I'll be having a good chance at finding that strong Igglybuff. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. This is what is making it a little bit hard. On the one end, it would be really nice to find a skill level up M skill trigger Igglybuff and just call it a day, which is kind of what I found here. It is skill level up M, and then skill trigger S comes in at level 50. It's got EXP gains down, which is fine, I guess, and ingredients up, which really doesn't do anything except clog the inventory more frequently. I mean, it does have skill level up as 75, but 75 is so far away, I don't think that works. This Wigglytuff that I'm hunting will probably, like, maximally cap out at level 50. And that's like after a while. And at that point, I am thinking I would like there to be some skill trigger traits on this before 50. So either in that 25 slot or the nature. And at that point, I think I could be happy. But level 50 and to use a sub-skill seed on a temporary healer, I'm not sure if I'm buying it, because the thing is, skill level up M is not rare. It's 1 in 7 Igglybuff after the 10 encounters. And overall, the healer is basically the most important Pokemon you have. Like, team building, like everything considered, like you need a good healer. And so to waste another 17 or maybe even 27 or 37 encounters to look for a strong Igglybuff, it's a good idea. And I don't know, this must be my capture card or something, the sound, I apologize. But yeah, so I think, and then even now it's not worthwhile using a skill specialist. You want to have as high a main skill level as possible. That's really when it puts in work. Level does not matter too much. Obviously you get a little bit of speed, but mostly level influences whether or not the Pokemon is capable of evolving and thus gaining more main skill levels. And yeah, main skill level 1, this healer is not going to do anything. So the comparable production that just a strong favored berry specialist is going to do is massive. So yeah, I think that's basically my idea here. Overall too, I've talked a little bit about the bag space, and I think this is an important point to highlight. The ingredients don't really matter. This 1 week, let's just tune down the music a little bit. Maybe I can try to reconnect. Maybe that can save me here. And maybe, I suspect this is my capture card, but yeah, anyway. I managed to figure out most of the technicalities, but yeah. It must be like my overheating capture card. Anyway, the ingredients bag is having some issues this week because the water type Pokemon are getting an extra ingredient every production. And on top of that, I will probably start overstacking Suicune in not too long, and just not Suicune directly, but obviously all the other Pokemon. And at that point, I'm barely not going to get any ingredients at all. So I'm perfectly comfortable sitting at 100 ingredients here on the ingredients bag and just keep it that way. The one thing that would be nice is to upgrade the cooking pot. I mentioned that in the other part of this video. We can have a look at the next goal, 34. Not bad. And at that point, 110, that's far away. At that point, yeah, I can basically cook like half my inventory every meal, and that's going to be fine. So it's a little bit annoying having to throw out some ingredients this week, but Diamonds is a very scarce resource in this game. I would say the only thing that's more scarce than diamonds is basically access to biscuits, which for most players either is through sleep points. If you have the premium pass, you get a lot more points. And yeah, if you do spend some diamonds on some biscuits every now and then, some bundles, then yeah, you get biscuits. But on the free-to-play, biscuits is a scarce resource. And so that's one of the reasons why I have 100 here. Basically, I did some of this math in some of the other videos, but it's super important to like drive this point home. If you're free to play, upgrade your items bag and cash out every single Pokebiscuit you can get your hands on in the point exchange. Nothing else matters, and that's my opinion. And essentially, I am going to have a look at this item size here, and that's one of the things that I'm going to spend some of these diamonds on. Like, let's just do it right now. It's a big deal. Maybe around 300-400 is when it makes sense here to just not do it anymore. Let's just get it to 300. Why not? Because this is one of the bigger bottlenecks. So yeah, the sleep points for a free-to-play account is you get maximum 100 points every day, and average, let's say it's a 30-day month, and that's 3,000. And then during good sleep day event, you get 2,000. 1,000 for full moon, 500 before and after. 5,000 points. These Pokebiscuits cost 150 points. There are 30 available every month, and that is 4,500. So if you do everything absolutely perfect, you saw today I had 98%. That means I lost 2 sleep points. If you do everything perfect, you have a 500 net positive, like, stacking in addition to getting all the biscuits. And then you just have to start doing a lot of naps. So the reason why I can't do naps this week is because all of the event bonuses, like the mains and all that stuff, like it is during the first sleep session that those apply. And I really want those because I'm looking for water types. Water types have boosted spawns, and the mains are important too. Okay, so we caught a second Suicune, I guess. I can tuck that in my bag and maybe trade for it someday in the future. I am really interested in Suicune candy and candies in general. And so the one thing I'm gonna buy already is this Suicune incense right here. 160 for the next Suicune incense is a big step up. If we look at the overall Snorlax strength here, I would need to get to around Master 16 to have a good shot at getting, maybe even not that, let's see. Master 14, I think. I'd have a decent shot at getting the 2-star Suicune on Sunday because of that 1.5 multiplier. But even then, I don't think it's likely. So what I think I should do here is actually to call it off on the Suicune encounters. And I mean, potentially, let's see. If I do another day, that's 50 more mains. I can do one more Suicune encounter. I get 10 candies for Suicune. Alternatively, with 160 mains, I can get a lot of candy. I think the candy is way more worth it. So I actually don't even have to make this decision right now. I'm super curious. Do you guys have any inputs on how to go about this main exchange? I know some of you even in nirtheart are unsure about this, and yeah, I am too, because there's just too many variables to really consider here. Overall, it's either to use the incense that I just bought on Sunday into Monday, and then buy another incense to tuck away. The other alternative is that the instance I just bought, that is the one I tuck away because I want to encounter some of those high-level sleep styles during crazy events and all that. So if I don't buy another instance here, I'll potentially have around 200 mains to strip the exchange here. So that means I get 56 Suicune candy for 100. I also get 10 handy candy for 120. I mean, not handy actually. Water type candy, which is more valuable. And then maybe some of the handy candy. Do I have a luck incense? No, actually, it's the research incense that would be the most interesting. No, I don't. I do have a luck incense, so that could be interesting. But long term, I would probably want to hold on to those for whenever there is a big Dream Shard event, probably around Christmas. Those incense will be very, very good. So back to the exchange. I think overall the better option here is probably to just get all the candy. I do have a lot of Dream Shards, and maybe I should not even hold on to a Suicune incense, because I'll be spending a lot of time on Cyan Beach. Eventually I have a super strong water team, and at that point I'll probably find those Suicune sleep styles naturally. Maybe even if there's an event that's possible to do on Cyan Beach, now that the Suicune event kind of has laid the permission for that to happen again in the future, you know? So maybe I won't even tuck away a Suicune incense. I get more mains. I don't have to spend more mains on another incense. And I also get to spend more on the candies. What do you guys think about that? The choice is potentially using the incense that I got now on Sunday and not buy another incense after that to tuck away or use. And then I would have like a lot of incense, probably close to 300, and just like get as much candy as possible and fuel some of these Pokemon. Like for example, it would be really nice for the Suicune to get to level 30, something like this. And then maybe 29 so that I don't have to worry about the inventory. And then yeah, some water type candy and some handy candy for the Feraligators, and also my healer. The handy candy would be nice for the healer. All right, I should probably do a little bit of a cooking session, and overall, I'm super curious to hear how the Suicune Research Event so far has been for you. In my opinion, I would say, so on the aesthetic side, I would say the Suicune overall like home screen is the prettiest, the nicest design so far, I think. But I found the music to be a little bit underwhelming. It's too calm, it's too silent, it's too like distant. Whoa, crit, nice. And I found that to be like a little strange. It sounds like the outro song of something. Like, are they shutting down Pokemon Sleep or what? Because it felt like the end of a chapter type thing. And I mean, that could either mean that they're shutting down the whole service, which I doubt, because some of us have spent a bit of money the past year on this game. And so what I'm thinking is, maybe we have a new era of sorts coming to Pokemon Sleep with this a little bit end of chapter vibe that I'm getting with this Suicune event. It's the last of the legendary dogs and the cat. And yeah, we've kind of seen wave 1 of the legendary events in Pokemon Sleep, and overall I would say Pokemon Sleep in general, the developers are having a very thorough and thoughtful conversation with all the players, with the way they update things, with the news posts, the things that they make changes to with the game, and just overall how the game is handled. And I would say the community for Pokemon Sleep is one of the best. So yeah, thank you guys. It's fun to chat with you and have a shared hobby and everything. So essentially what I'm getting at here is I've had a really good experience with the Suicune event, and I thought Entei and Raikou was nice too. I think the most exciting for me was Raikou. That music slapped. It was the first legendary event, and it was a lot of excitement and a lot of new things to learn. Entei and Suicune has more or less been a copy paste of Raikou with minor adjustments along the way, and yeah, it's an interesting way. Somehow I managed to find a second Suicune on the free-to-play, which happened today. And on my primary account, I found a busted Suicune that is like tiers above any of these. And yeah, I hope you guys have found at least one usable Suicune, or that you have a good team that you can bring back to Cyan Beach if that's not where you're already at, and then just hunt Suicune. Overall, I think Suicune is an easier Pokemon to come across since you can force slumbering very easily. Sunday into Monday, just like start the device or start tracking way early, and then you get that long dip, and then you go to bed. But yeah, I find that this music is a little bit end of chapter stuff. So if the leaks are like correct, then maybe October we'll be looking at a new area. For the free to play, I won't see that in a while. Like, I'm first gonna go Cyan Beach, and then I'm just gonna see how long I can stay at Cyan Beach without any like negative consequences. And potentially I could just make the jump from Greengrass to Cyan Beach to Lapis Lakeside, because actually the next Pokemon I kind of want to hunt after just camping at Cyan Beach is Ralts, for that ultra late game busted S tier Gardevoir as a healer Pokemon. So that was it for this video. You can leave a like on this video if you liked it. I know the call to action here is way late in the video, but a lot of you guys are watching till the end. I appreciate you. You're the real ones. And whether or not you're a YouTube member or simply watching these videos and enjoying them and posting comments, I want to say I appreciate you. It's a real pleasure getting to sit down here every day and talk a little bit about Pokemon Sleep and have a good time with you all. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this Friday video and that you'll have a good weekend. And I'll talk to you either in the comments on this video or in the NirthHeart Discord as always. So see you around in the next video.